welcome back to the channel. It's me, Eric. If you're new, please subscribe. So on today's video, we're gonna get to installing some Ohlins coilovers on my Evo 10. I picked up these coilovers for a smoking deal, guys. We'll get into that in just a little bit. This car came with a set of BC coilovers and the fronts were trashed. They're not even usable. One was missing completely and the other one had snapped where the shock is, so can't use those. The rears, they seem okay, but we're going with a much better coilover. So first thing we need to do is let's take a look at these Ohlins that I picked up. So I picked these up for 500 bucks. These things normally go for $2,500, but I couldn't pass up that deal. That is way too good of a deal. Now, yeah, they are a little bit dirty, but I think we can get these things cleaned up. And to the knowledge of the owner that had them before me, there was no issues with them as far as leaking or blown. So we'll go through them and make sure that that's not the case. The only thing that I did see was one of these is really loose, so we may need to buy the new little ball joint on the top, but we'll see when we get to that. But yeah, we're gonna end up taking these things apart and getting them cleaned up. And just a little bit about these coilovers. They come with 10K in the front as far as the spring rates go, and you'll notice that there's red ones over here which are Eibach, and they're 10K. I believe they came with 8K for the rear, but on Evos you tend to want to have a heavier spring in the rear. That way you can get the car to rotate a little bit better so it doesn't push in the corners. But honestly guys, it really depends on your driving style, and I think you can make whatever spring work for your driving style. So these are 10K all the way around, but yeah, we'll get these things cleaned up and get them on the car. Alright guys, I got these things completely disassembled and I cleaned them up to the best of my ability, so they look pretty good compared to what they were. So now that we've done that, we got to get these things reassembled and put on the car. So let's get into that. boy, am I glad I am swapping these out. That thing is pretty roached. Alright, so now it's time to move on to the other side and finish this little project up. Now, since I didn't have any hardware for the fronts, because I didn't have any, I ended up getting these strut tower bolts, strut tower nuts from JD Customs. And actually, I'm sponsored by them now, so if you would like to pick up a set of these for your coilovers, you can use my discount, and it's Carolina Blue Evo X, on their website for any product that they have on there, and you'll get 10% off. Ooh, that looks so good in there. It's starting to come together, guys. I know I have a lot more suspension components that gotta go in here, including a subframe, but yeah, I can see the vision coming. Now, it didn't really change the ride height too much actually, which is okay, but I know that I'm gonna have a much better suspension on this car having these Ohlins installed, so I'm pretty happy with that. Well, that's gonna be a wrap on this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. Got more content coming for the new year, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Alright, thanks a lot guys for watching, and until next time, peace. I totally forgot to mention to you guys about setting up these coilovers. I just went on to Ohlins USA's website and I was able to find out the whole spec sheet that they have as far as preloads that you need to do for the springs on both front and rear, and then also to set your height to what they recommend. Now, of course, I'm going to end up taking this to an alignment shop, which is my go-to, Eladio, at Gummy Grip, and have him dial in the suspension for this and do a proper suspension tune. He'll set the preloads how he likes it, which I have it done on my other car and my Evo 9 as well, and it turned out very, very well. So I'm gonna have him dial all that stuff in for me once I get it over to him. But I just wanted to let you guys know that yeah, you can get this sheet with all your specs right on Ohlins' website.